All right, my name is Shanelle Gabriel. I was like, who, that long intro? I was like, who is he talking about? Oh, that's me. All right, so it's a blessing to be here. Definitely, thank you for allowing me to be here. Allied Sounds, and all of you, thank you for coming. All right, I'm gonna get straight into this poem. If you know, I won't say you think, if you know that you are fly, like you are just fearfully and wonderfully made, clap your hands. Yes, and you are all vain. You are all vain, just conceited. But it's a good thing, because if it wasn't for vanity in college, I don't know where I'd be. I was achy and sleepless with migraines all week. Still, I continue to keep on going. Class from 8 to 2:30, BSU meeting at 3, dance practice at 4. At 5, I have to uphold my student senate presidency. Sorority meets at 9, study from 10 to 3, 7 a.m. My day just rewinds, and that was just Monday. Parties, sneaking a few conversations with whatever new guy I was talking to. Yes, the marsala that makes up the stew of the average college student. I was no different in every organization. I was black and somehow in charge of the Latin American Student Union. Now, stress was like my best friend, and I thrived in confusion, ignoring the weight that increased on my shoulders by the tons. Mornings got harder. I attributed it to me aiming to go farther than the average sophomore. Joints were swollen and sore, must be from dance practice. Excuses are the tools of the incompetent, and I was foolish to think I could be so negligent with my body and think that all these symptoms were somehow irrelevant. It got so bad one day that I walked with a limp, and no, I'm not a pimp, so yeah, something was wrong. And I saw butterflies, not like the Mariah Carey or the Michael Jackson song, but I saw a mark on my face. Didn't matter, the semester was over, I was home and back at my mom's place. Like I said, if it wasn't for vanity, I don't know where I'd be. I still had my symptoms, but I was simply glad to be home, getting ready to go out. Ladies, you know I had my cute outfit on, right? Looking all nice and grown. Went to comb my hair, and then I realized that a patch wasn't there. Vanity had me at the doctor the next day, said, "Doctor, I have some other complaints, but they can wait. Take care of this, take care of the exterior like most people nowadays." And the doctor, he had this baffled look on his face. Did some blood tests, I put a hat on, and I went on my merry way. A few weeks later, the doctor said, "Shanelle, have you ever heard of lupus?" I said no, and he proceeded to say that my immune system was too strong and attacking my own body, and much to my dismay, I had to figure out how I could fit this into my schedule. Can you believe I still went to work that day? All for vanity. I refused to see that overworking myself so as not to appear ill to others could have eventually ended my many responsibilities early. Well, a few months later, my body, it made me rest, because lupus is a disease that flares up in times of stress, and I was constantly pushing it as if fighting my humanness. Well, this machine, it broke down. Hospitalization and the possibility of death forced me to do less, but it put things in perspective, because life is about more than just meetings and deadlines. I'm not a millionaire, I only have one lifeline, and if it flatlines, I don't want to have any regrets. So I vowed to live every day as if I have 24 hours left. I'm a full-time artist, an alchemist, purifying myself every chance that I get. I've learned to accept experience as the past and the present as a gift. So for all the people that didn't see the sunrise this morning, you better enjoy it. Value your health and love life. No matter how many miles you go, don't confuse neutral with drive, and know that sometimes you got to bare your teeth in order to finally be able to smile. So my vanity will sustain me. God helps me to believe in me. Can't you see? Lupus can't hold me. I'm gonna keep climbing walls like an ivy. Trying to stop me is in vain like an ivy. Tenacity flows through my bloodstream. I'm reaching my goals no matter how hard it seems. Put God first, then myself, and then my family, because can't nobody love me if I don't love me. And being conceited is not cool, but nothing's wrong with a little bit of vanity. Because me loving myself, well, that's the beginning of my testimony. Thank you. All right. Just to let you know, everybody out there, you know, I was diagnosed with lupus in 2004, and I remember looking at it as, you know, I kind of was relieved because I had all these symptoms. I didn't know what was wrong, and it relieved me to know what was wrong. But it made me look at something, and there's a line in the poem where I say, don't confuse neutral with drive. And I realized at that point in time, I was kind of living my life in neutral. Like, you know how a car is in neutral, it just rolls? I was just kind of letting whatever happened to me, whatever job I ended up in, I was just going to end up in. And then I realized I need to take hold of my life, because life is a beautiful thing. And we're all blessed with wonderful gifts and abilities. And if we don't use them, then we're just living for nothing. So I encourage you all to just live your life, drive your life, like live it to the fullest, because it's meant to be lived. So that's my public service announcement. All right. All right, and I have one more piece for you all. This goes out to all the parents out there, all the people that interact with kids, all the parents and other people like me who have other people's children that might as well be their children in their lives. And my mother's a wonderful woman, and she loves to give her advice, whether I want it or not. And some of what she told me growing up went like this. Keep your heads up and your skirts down. Girls that'll be seen, not heard, so I better not hear a sound. Close their legs, cross their ankles, shut your mouth when you chew. Do as I say. Y'all know y'all heard it too. And you will bloom into a woman. My mother implanted these seeds to assist me in blooming into a lady, but evidently these same seeds have not been planted into today's soil. Like water mixing with oil, words are fusing to blend into young minds. Signs of last days and times where young men shall be lovers of themselves, and young women lovers of everything but themselves, whether it be material wealth or baby fat belts, whether it be clubbing and getting her groove on or putting some Prada shoes on, and no other name but the mighty name of fashion. And these are the females that spend their pay only on the latest fashion update. They strive to gain the whole world, yet lose their young souls, because they never learned how cold that winter was, or how it pays to be more careful. And we've all read those tales that should have made them more fearful. Alas, I see it starts from their youth, uncouth and chains loosed in the world. And I'm talking about some of these little girls, I want to call them young ladies. But nowadays, I have to wonder if self-love stops when training bras come, or class and self-esteem leave when they begin to bleed, slowly leaking the innocence they embodied, losing the love that they had of themselves. Don't they know too much BET is bad for your health? Constantly watching portrayals of getting it on and popping, with former models now copping Vibes Video Vixen Award. Imagine getting an award for being a video chick, like that's something you'd want to be. With little kids in teen parties acting like little Kim trainees. Know every single song on MTV, but can't tell me the equivalent to 3 times 3. Can't read more than a Word Up magazine. Wonder why our kids go the lowest on the SATs, 10 p.m. on a school night, and they're running the streets. May as well be saying, ooh, pick me, pimp me, please. Because all I see is young girls and grown men's faces, equivocating love with attention. In their mind, love equals physical affection. And this is an infection that's spreading faster than any disease. The way y'all preteens sow their chastity with ease. And Satan doesn't go blow for blow. He just goes straight for the throat. Because he knows our budding generation is our only hope. So while we promote premature growth and pro-choice pregnancies, possibly the prelude to premeditated aborted leaders with lasting legacies, we may simply end the spirit of us, and our tomorrow may never be. So come together, my sisters and my brothers. Know that you ought to be your daughter's first lovers. Teach them to forget the masses, to value their classes over how big there is, to value self-respect over obtaining temporal objects, to be not conformed to this distraught and pain-stricken world, but to be just what they are, young girls. And let the seeds we plant focus on growing what's internal. The external will bloom later, but the internal is the only thing that is eternal. And let no man take their crown. Remind them to keep their heads up and their skirts down.